What up, what up, what up? We are now back with Control Chaos on iWatchRadio.com. We had two special guests in this evening. We're going to discuss the W.I.T.S training program. Mr. Ryan Johnson, Mr. Frazier up here. Both of them are former high school standout basketball players, coaches out in the St. Louis metropolitan area. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
If you'd like, go ahead and maybe tell us a little bit about the W.I.T.S program.
Pretty much, W.I.T.S Training Academy started with myself and Ryan Johnson. We got together and wanted to bring something different to the St. Louis metropolitan area. Everybody else in the country has pretty much been so far advanced in basketball and the skill level and skill sets and everything that has been going on. And so, you know, we got together. He's been training in the NBA for a few years and being a high school coach here for a few years, coaching AAU basketball nationally for a few years. Decided to get something together here and try to make an impact on St. Louis basketball. So we kind of put it together to where we wanted to say we're trying to put our basketball programs on the map. We got to get our players up to par. I think our motto was mostly of every 5 years we get a McDonald's All-American. We got to change that image. We got to figure out a way to get more players in the McDonald's All-American game, more guys in the Jordan Capital game. So we need to get St. Louis better recognition when it comes to basketball.
So what does W.I.T.S mean?
W.I.T.S means whatever it takes to succeed.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what it means right there.
And who do you guys service? Is it just guys?
No, we service guys, girls, family members, parents.
Ages?
From first grade on up. If you can walk and talk, we will put you in the gym.
Exactly.
So there's no discrimination, none whatsoever. No discrimination, none whatsoever.
So starting a business in St. Louis to, I guess, kind of what's looked at as somewhat foreign to everyone else because really no one else is really doing it. Is that safe to say what you guys are doing? To the magnitude?
Well, yeah. I mean, in any business and anything, it's a lot of people that do certain things just like you do.
Right.
But the things that you bring to the table separate yourself from everyone else. And we feel like, you know, what we bring to the table is a little more quality and experience.
Okay.
Whereas a lot of people lack that. You know, everybody wants to say, hey, I coach a basketball team, or hey, I know how to train, I can teach you how to dribble and do this move, this, that, and the other. Whereas he's been in wars, won championships. You know, I've been around all-star players, you know what I mean? Just, it's a different level. And the hunger that we have to transfer the knowledge that we have to the kids is just at another level.
Okay. So, of course, like our show today is we are kind of just defining and really trying to get away from the term hater and hating. Like I would much rather say like different adversities and, you know, dealing with, you know, people that maybe are not a fan of yours.
Right.
Have you guys had to deal with anything, starting something kind of fresh and, you know, with your experience, you know, bringing that to St. Louis? Have you guys had to deal with this kind of hating?
Well,
I'm sure you guys have.
It's not only from, you know, with our business wise, but in general, just people who don't know you, prejudge you, don't like you from that aspect. And then you have people who are trying to do the same thing. But what makes us so unique and so different is, like you said, the experience brings something. That's one thing, but we have a curriculum that we teach, you know, and a lot of people go in the gym and they play basketball and the first thing they want to do is throw a ball out and we want to teach you how to dribble, but you need to know the concepts. You need to know what this basketball is used for. So we teach a lot of fundamental stuff. Then we advance it, and then we go and we progress a little bit more, and we try to get you to the highest level. But to answer your question, I think it's more of the unknown. You know, a lot of people who don't know you, first thing they want to do is knock you down, and they haven't seen anything. But we challenge people to come in, come check us out, come see what we do. You know, some of the guys that train have come and watched us and walk away with, we're not doing that. We're on something different. And our level of teaching, we challenge the parents who bring in the kids, everything. You know, if you over here training with another guy, come check us out, and we'll give you the first day free.
And that's really cool. And I think one thing that maybe people are watching, don't know about you guys both coach high school boys varsity basketball teams.
Right.
And part of the reason that we chose you guys for our Control Chaos Meets the Street is because these two guys are really doing some really awesome things on the court and off of the court. And just kind of in today's society, you know, dealing with these younger males, this whole hating thing is so prevalent with our younger generation. What do you guys, like, what's some advice that you give your players, students, anyone that looks up to you guys? Because I'm sure you guys have a lot of people look up to you guys.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's an environment that we create for ourselves. I mean, as far as kids, and you know, you say the term hating, they hear that a lot, and it's something that is used quite often, and it's just like it's created that way, just like them listening to rap songs. A lot of the rap songs today don't have any bass or you know, they don't have any substance to it.
Right.
So they tend to repeat the things that they hear. You know, or things that they hear over here with Lil Billy, you know, repeating those things, and they don't mean anything. Right. So just like you say, the hating is just something that we grew up in around St. Louis. It's big here. Right. It's big here, and we get to that because a lot of people around here haven't seen anything. You know what I mean? So where we're on a level of being able to get out of St. Louis and go to these different cities and be around these different guys, and you know, be around these different people. We try to give that advice to the kids. Right. You know what I mean? It's not just about St. Louis and what's going on in your neighborhood or what's going on in the city around you. You got to get out of here. You understand? You got to get out and see the New Yorks. You got to get out and see the LAs and see what's going on, because it's far bigger than what St. Louis has to offer. Right. So that's what we try to tell our kids. You know, it's more to it than what you see here. So you have to put your whole focus, your whole attitude, your whole desire, and everything that you do into trying to have a bigger goal.
Absolutely. So and I think that's awesome, because I actually worked at a middle school in inner city. And unfortunately, Ryan, I'm sure you can attest to this, because where you work, a lot of these kids have never been out of town. They've never been out of their neighborhood. Right. So all they know is what they see around them. Right. Yeah, like somewhere like going to play in a tournament in St. Charles is like out of town for them. That's like huge. Right. So I really commend you guys for stepping outside the box, even just in your your regular jobs of coaching, and taking these kids out of state to play in these tournaments. I think that's cool.
Yeah, and I think it's even more important that, like they said, it's bigger than St. Louis, just that exposure for kids that may not have had an opportunity to get exposed, opportunity to go to school for free, or whatever the case may be, and anything that's positive for the kids, the community, the city, I'm with that. I mean,
well, and on top of what, you know, something else that separate, I think, WITS from anything in St. Louis, and I'll put that out there, is because we're taking it a step further. We're doing on the court stuff, you know, quite naturally, everybody know that, and that's where we first started at, but we're tapping into the educational piece right now. We did a piece this summer out of North County where we were educating our parents on what it was to do ACT prep, you know, whole recruiting business or what have you. And now we're meeting with some people who we're forming something with, which started probably our first WITS Leadership Academy, where we're going to start into getting some of the high school students to come back and, you know, especially the ones that's got the good grades and everything, come back and tutor some of these athletes. And not only tutor athletes, we're going to open the doors for just any regular student. So we're looking at a bigger piece which separates WITS from anything. Yeah, you can do your training, you can do your exercise, whatever you want to do, but also here's another piece. We're going to help you in this classroom. A lot of schools can't offer ACT prepping and all that stuff. So we're about to take that next step and really doing it. It's in the developmental stages right now, but it's going to happen. So that's the other thing that you can look for from WITS. This definitely going to happen, probably coming up this summer.
That's what's up. So, and that's huge, man, because that's an impact immediately on the city, because usually the leaders are the athletes.
Right.
And if you can get a hold of the athletes,
the
leaders within the city or whatnot, the other kids, they should help follow.